who is to blame for this? There are students, you heard that girl saying, we've taken loans, airfare, education expenses, not a cheap thing. Absolutely. Most of the students who go from India take huge education loans at a huge interest rate and go and study there. Who is to blame if the authorities did not investigate the matter properly? Is this the way to go about it, that just take out everyone?
I think what is the worst about this is, and also I think a lot of the media, UK media has commented on this, I think the timing of this is terrible. Let's understand that in the UK education system, the university term starts in another fortnight or so. Now, you break this news, students are preparing to go, some of them are on leave or they're on holiday back in India and they're preparing to go back. The timing is questionable and really poor. It doesn't really leave them enough time to even approach other universities, because their terms and their admission processes are well over.
We all know that university application processes takes months. 15 days is absolutely not a time frame. But take us through exactly how does this impact much more than the 300 students affected here. This impacts any further student from India who's even dreaming of going abroad in the UK and studying there. How does it impact him?
Well, for one, and this has been surely and clearly happening over the last couple of years, the UK has gotten far more stricter and stringent about students and other people entering the UK.
Yeah.
Right? Now, what is one of the major changes that's going to happen as a result of this is that so far there may be an interview that's conducted for the UK visa, but that interview officer doesn't necessarily have the powers to reject an application if he or she thinks that the student is not genuine or doesn't possess sufficient skills or doesn't really have valid intentions of returning back to India.
Okay.
Right. So number one, there will be greater powers to the visa officers.
Okay.
So one is, so therefore it's two hurdles that you need to clear. You need to clear the university admission and you need to clear the visa.
Okay, let's see if we have Naina online. Naina has been trying to get in touch with us. Naina, if I can get across to you, let us know what you think about this latest development and any concerns that you may have.
Yeah, it's a concern is that I have been, as a child I was in Bristol, and there was total discrimination against us as Indians. I mean, that was something very new. And I feel that attitude and mentality still hasn't changed over these 40-50 odd years. They're still discriminating us. Again, there is definitely a discrimination, and basically based on our color.
Okay.
And they used to call me a blackie. I mean, I'm pretty fair.
Yeah.
And they used to call me a blackie.
Naina, fair point. Zubin, I know this is not directed against Indian students. There are other nationalities also involved. But would it have been done perhaps to illegal EU students, perhaps illegal students from the West, for example? Is there a trait of saying that, okay, it's these countries that students are coming from, they deserve a harsh punishment? Is it too harsh, and is there a tinge of perhaps bias in dealing with this situation?
I wouldn't want to think so. Yes, the UK is facing, an economic difficult times, as a lot of countries are. There is high unemployment, and so therefore there is some resentment amongst the general population of that here are people coming from outside of UK and EU who are coming and taking their jobs. Insofar as that, yes, but whether this is specifically targeted to students of a particular country or a region, I don't think so. Let's also understand the impact that this has. Indian or international students, when they go, say, to the UK, are paying far higher fees than EU or UK students. So in effect, their higher fees are cross-subsidizing UK students' education.
Okay.
Right? Now, a move like this has a massive impact on students applying. So the number of applications will go down. If your visa screening and admission process becomes more stringent, it becomes harder,
as it has happened with the US, as it has happened.
Absolutely. And also realize that partly why a lot of these UK universities are turning to attract foreign students is because funding from the UK government to these universities has come down dramatically.
Yes.
So one of their ways for them to continue is to attract higher fee paying international students such as those from India.
Okay.